a very special guest today who flew in straight from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I only had to pay part of his ticket. Jeffrey Allen. Welcome, Jeffrey. Thank you for making it.
It's always a pleasure when I get paid to show up somewhere, so thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I noticed your case is a little busted. What happened?
I am never checking my baggage again. You know, the one time I check my luggage, it comes back with a huge crack in it. So, we're just not going to worry about that. That's going to stay with me from now on. It goes in the carry-on. It's not getting checked.
Wait, didn't you crack that on Evie's head?
I would never. I am an honorable businessman. You know this. Todd checks me before every match. He throws out my extra ties. I could never get away with something like that.
Happy New Year, all my beautiful wrestling fans. Welcome back to this year's first Tea Time with Paris with my special guest, Specialties for Hire Jeffrey Allen, our new Potato State champion. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great because it's always a great day when I get paid to make an appearance.
Well, I'm glad that you cleared your schedule and that the check cleared for you to be able to show up. Thank you. Oh, we have seen you in the ring and you have been an indomitable force lately. I'm curious, where did your business venture ideal come from? And how have you incorporated that into your wrestling career?
So that's a fantastic question, Paris. See, when I first joined Wrestle Club, I was a referee. Actually, I'm going to take it a step further. First, I started showing up. I enjoyed watching the shows. Then I saw my money-making opportunity. I started helping with the ring crew. I would get there early. I would set up the ring. I would stay late. I would tear the ring down. That led me to being trained as a referee. I started working as a referee, and then one day I got an offer I couldn't refuse, and I stepped in the ring and made my debut with Wrestle Club last year.
So I am curious, who are your wrestling idols? You remind me of a young Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. It's like you don't even watch my matches and don't even know who I am. Ted DiBiase buys his way to everything. He just throws enough money at it. I'm not stupid with my money. Can I say stupid? Is this PG enough?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not stupid with my money. Look, I am very investment oriented. I will make money. I will save it. I'm not going to pay somebody to do something I can do myself. Ted DiBiase loves to throw money at his problems when I'm the problem solver. I take care of the business.
So do you not follow the philosophy of everyone has a price?
Oh, everybody has a price that they're willing to pay me to get the job done.
So I'm not very good with my taxes. Can I hire you, since you are specialty for hire, to help me with my taxes?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm not a certified CPA. That's not my thing. But if you need me to do your taxes, I'll get them done. I'll take a cut. I'm going to freetaxusa.com. We're getting it done.
Good tea?
Good tea.
Wonderful. I always make it for guests I'm excited to actually have on my show. So I've heard you have a very, very robust tie collection. You're always wearing new ties when you come out. Do you get them at wholesale, or what's the story behind the tie? I would think you would have like one special tie.
And so I've got multiple ties that I go through. Part of it, if I need that extra edge in my match, I'm gonna wear a tie that's gonna throw you off your game. When I wrestled Pinguino, I wore my penguin tie. Just a little something, that little psychology to get them thrown off their game.
Really? Tell me, what's your thought process about challenging for that title?
I mean, anything I can do to strengthen my resume, to charge that little bit extra, I'm gonna do it. So I can make a little bit more. Every time I go out, I want to be better than the last time. I want to strengthen that resume.
As you began your journey into wrestling, was there someone you wanted to be like? Do you have any idols? What really cemented your love for wrestling that you wanted to get into that squared circle?
So the first wrestling book I ever read was Have a Nice Day. And listening to Mick Foley's journey into the ring as an impressionable teen that was an amateur wrestler that thought, you know what, I could do this. And then you see teams like the APA go out and they make money protecting people, doing whatever it is as long as they can make money. I said, I can do this. I can get in the ring. I can take a bump like Mick Foley. And I can throw people around like the APA.
Yes, I've seen you take all those bumps in the ring, especially for being someone your size. No offense, you are a very big guy. You're pretty intimidating. And that choke slam, that choke slam, it gives me goosebumps every time I see it. Why is the choke slam your signature move? What drove you, what inspired you to have that as your final, ace up your sleeve?
It wasn't intended to be that ace in my sleeve, growing up watching my idols, that was never a move that they would do. However, I did it once, and it just, with my size and my strength, I was like, this feels good. This is something I'm good at. And it just became more and more a part of me. And now I can't even imagine not doing it.
So my co-commentator and I, we took a bet on who was going to take that title. I threw my money in on Evie because, not saying Evie's my favorite, but he has a good track record of keeping that goal. Eric that is, put his money on you. Eric won. I had to give him $20. So tell me about that last match. What did you pull out of that fighting spirit of yours to just overtake Evie? Or did someone slip you 100?
Every single match, you learn a little bit more than the previous one. Mm-hmm. And Evie loves to just go out, say his rhymes, sing his songs, have fun. And I knew eventually his time was going to run out. Because you play with fire too many times and you get burned, and that's exactly what happened. He loved before the event saying, you're 0-2. Guess what? Third time was the charm.
What were your feelings when there was the 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 you won?
It was finally toppled that hill I've been trying to climb over. Like he had said before the match, I was 0-2, put in the work and preparation, and finally got that victory. And hearing the crowd boo, I know they were upset because they thought my prices were going to go up 20%. And I can't let them down, so they are absolutely going up 20%. If you think it's going to happen, I will make that happen for you. There's no reason to be sad.
I want to talk about our next event. I am so excited. It is going to be February 3rd at the Ustick Church of the Nazarene. Bell time is at 7 p.m. It is going to be Resolution, the Rumble. It is our... Well, you know what? Why don't you tell me about it, Jeffrey Allen?
Like Paris said, the big match is the Rumble. The last man standing wins. And I know I plan on coming into that ring throwing every other wrestler over the top.
Now, my good viewers, if you have never seen a Rumble before, what will happen? The rules is each wrestler will come out at an increment of time. And each wrestler has to get into the ring. They will brawl. They have to be thrown over the top rope and knocked onto the floor. Their feet has to touch the floor for them to be eliminated. Jeffrey Allen, I don't see a problem with you throwing people over the top rope. Are you nervous about picking certain, maybe larger circumference people up to put them over the rope?
There's nobody on the roster that I can't pick up and toss over that top rope. However, I also don't believe there's anybody able to get me over that top rope. Doesn't matter if you're on a flyer, if you've got a name in a folder of Patrick Holloway somewhere. If you show up, you're going to get tossed over that top rope, plain and simple.
What are your plans for the future?
I mean, first and foremost, somebody's got to be number one contender. Because if someone's number one, I ain't giving out title shots to just anybody. I ain't Evie. You've got to earn the right to compete for this championship.
Mm-hmm. You were told you were the rookie of the year. Tell me, how did that make you feel?
Honestly, it wasn't a surprise. read my resume, look at my body of work, and you knew that there was only one person that could have been the 2023 Rookie of the Year.
How did it feel when you debuted? What went through your head before you charged through those curtains to the ring?
Honestly, when I made my debut, it's only one thing: get the job done and follow through on my promise and my agreement. See, because I took a payment to make sure that Brad Zane kept his World Heavyweight Championship. And when I came into the ring and I slammed Damian Black through the canvas, I knew I had made good on that promise.
Yes, I remember your debut. It was almost a year ago. Like
almost exactly a year ago. You know, I was tired and I was annoyed because I kept hearing commentators bad-mouthing, saying, "How did you let that happen as a referee? How did you not see that? Hearing the crowd boo me." Well, if you're going to boo me, I'm at least going to make some money doing it.
All right, everybody. Well, I think that is all the time I have today with Specialties for Hire Jeffrey Allen. Once again, I want to invite you to come out to the Ustick Church of the Nazarene for our resolution, the Rumble. It is February 3rd. Bell time is at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. It is $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and kids 5 and under are free. Come, find a shady spot. It is going to be a great show, a lot of fun returning wrestlers, some fun surprises, I hear. But until then, have a great day, and thank you for joining me for Spotted Tea.
Where's the rest of my payment? This is saying that it hasn't come through yet.
But I have paid you in exposure.
No, seriously, where's my money?